Mr. Beast was recently awarded as the most watched person on the internet, with each video reaching to the top of the trending page. But every time Mr. Beast posts a new video, he gets cancelled.
I can't believe Mr. Beast got cancelled for this.
Mr. Beast is a fake nice person.
But proving that no good deed goes unpunished, he's been criticised by some activists for this work.
After spending millions of dollars helping people, building wells in Africa, and paying for people's surgery, Jimmy constantly finds himself on the wrong side of the internet. But why does he get cancelled again and again? On November 4th, 2023, Mr. Beast posted this tweet on his X account. I already know I'm gonna get cancelled because I uploaded a video helping people, and to be 100% clear, I don't care.
You just witnessed a small village in Kenya get access to unlimited clean drinking water in less than a second.
The video instantly went viral, gaining millions of views within just a couple of hours, and then people started giving their opinions.
I've been thinking about something for a while lately, and it's the new Mr. Beast drama. Not
the so-called controversial recent video of Mr. Beast.
I can't believe Mr. Beast got cancelled for this.
In the uploaded video, which now has been viewed 154 million times, Mr. Beast and his crew traveled to several regions of Kenya and South Africa, building wells and providing clean water for communities in need. While doing this, he also visited some schools and updated their classrooms, bought bookshelves and filled them with books, replaced their chalkboards with projectors, and did all sorts of charitable stuff. While Mr. Beast's actions gained a lot of attention, people actually had different opinions on what he was doing.
It keeps getting crazier and crazier, and you're like, okay.
People have been trolling Mr. Beast for quite some time now. He's been called a fake nice person.
Mr. Beast is a fake nice person.
Other YouTubers have made videos discrediting his philanthropic efforts.
But because of all the goodwill that he's built up along the way, it's become very difficult to criticize him without having videos of him giving away millions of dollars shoved down your throat in response.
Even so-called activists have called him out for helping people.
But proving that no good deed goes unpunished, he's been criticised by some activists for this work.
So could this just be another case of the internet turning a person into a villain with their own narratives? Interestingly, the narrative against Jimmy following the release of this video has been diverse. Some people, like Ghanaian social commentator Albert Hyde, claims that the video itself was disrespectful. In his viral tweet, which was made shortly after the video dropped, this guy claimed that Mr. Beast described the entire African continent as a village with its people living in huts, and that Africans don't have basic amenities, and that no one asked for Jimmy's help. He also expressed the sentiments of other people, who believed that this act of generosity was fake and aimed at getting views.
It's the classic case of, are you allowed to do a good action in front of other people?
For other critics though, the problem wasn't that Jimmy was trying to make money off poor people, but that he was taking the glory from charity organizations working to improve the lives of the less privileged. But could it be possible that Jimmy keeps helping people for his own selfish reasons? One person who voiced this claim well was Saron Kaba-Jones, the founder and CEO of Face Africa, whose organization has been working to provide clean water to people in the rural parts of Africa. In a statement, which also went viral, she said, "I've been doing this for 15 years, but we've been struggling to continue the work because funding, awareness, and advocacy all take work." Overnight, this person comes along, who happens to be a white male figure with a huge platform, and all of a sudden, he gets all of the attention. It's kind of frustrating. While the statement appears to voice a genuine concern that Mr. Beast's acts of philanthropy indirectly undermine the work done by charities, it's hard to ignore the undertone of jealousy and a bit of racism carefully hidden in the statement. That aside though, the other set of critics are those who believe that it was not in Jimmy's place to build wells in these communities, and that his actions were political. For these critics, it's not really about Mr. Beast, but the corrupt system that couldn't take care of the people until someone like Jimmy comes along. The shocking part is that instead of calling out the government, they direct the attack towards Mr. Beast. But for those who didn't have clean water in the past and had to drink from the unhygienic lakes, it doesn't matter whether it was political or whether the whole gesture was fake or whether Mr. Beast was just using them for views. What mattered was that they didn't have water in the past and now they do. But this wasn't the first time Mr. Beast would find himself on the other side of the internet. Back in November 2021, he released his biggest video yet, Squid Games in real life.
I recreated every single set from Squid Game in real life, and whichever one of these 456 people survives the longest wins 456 grand.
It was a smash hit, hitting hundreds of millions of views within a short period. Many people couldn't believe that Jimmy had spent about $3.5 million on this single video, and others just thought it was a waste of money. But as of the making of this video, the Squid Games video has gotten over 578 million views, proving that it was a great investment. But then, many of the comments say he was only wasting money when he could have donated to charity. But the thing is, he does that every time, and it is these videos that keep funding those philanthropic efforts. It's the same criticism he gets every time he gives someone an island or a jet, or a yacht, or a Lamborghini, or even $1 million. People are always quick to criticize why he couldn't simply take that money to the streets and give it to the people who need it. But even when he actually makes videos where he's helping people, he still gets criticized for it. Like in January 2023, when he released this video titled 1,000 People See for the First Time.
In this video, we're curing 1,000 people's blindness. It's gonna be crazy.
The internet went wild. In the video, Jimmy partnered with a non-profit organization called See International. The theme of this video is the same as the one we talked about earlier, but instead of wells, Jimmy pays for the manual small incision cataract surgery for 1,000 people who have varying levels of difficulties with their sight. Thanks to Jimmy and the delicate hands of the surgeons, they could see well again.
There's my watch. I've never seen it before. And that just hasn't been me for the last 62 years. I can actually see your face.
I can see everybody's facial feature now. It's a little blurry with my tears coming out.
But while everyone celebrated this good deed, praising MrBeast and his team for bringing joy to 1,000 households, others had a slightly different opinion. Twitter users especially were quick to twist the story with crazy narratives. The craziest of them all would be this guy, who commented, "There is something so demonic about this and I can't even articulate what it is." At this point, it seems that the MrBeast hate gang are just grasping for straws. It didn't take long for another Twitter user to respond to the post saying, "You might not be able to articulate it because you're wrong. Paying for anyone's surgery is kind." And it goes on to explain the most important fact about MrBeast's activities. While he certainly gets tons of views every time he posts, the idea that he's trying to exploit his audience can distract many to the reality. This other comment from another Twitter user summarizes the reason many are quick to cancel MrBeast. It reads, "I think it's the fact that it's being made for content, like seeing blind people and thinking, I can make a video out of curing them instead of just, I can help them." Another social media influencer quoted the tweet with her opinion saying, if MrBeast truly wanted to do something good and truly cares about disabled people, he wouldn't monetize their suffering and make them tap dance on video just so he can slap it up on YouTube. Many people also had issues with the title of the video. According to voice actor Pete Gustin, by claiming that he could cure blindness, MrBeast was undermining the efforts of thousands of scientists working to protect the actual cure for blindness.
I'm blind, and MrBeast just cured blindness. Actually, I'm blind, and MrBeast just paid for cataract surgery for a ton of people. Now, don't get me wrong, what he did was amazing. He might be the most generous person on the face of the earth, but the title of his video is causing a lot of confusion. It was entitled 1,000 Blind People See for the First Time, and technically, it was more like 1,000 people who develop cataracts see better for the first time in a long time. But anyway, because of MrBeast's popularity, the world is starting to think there's a cure for all blindness right now. Why is this a bad thing? Because the cure for actual blindness is still way off in the future and we need to raise a lot of money. But now that MrBeast's video has confused everyone into thinking that blindness is already cured, fundraising efforts are going to be hampered greatly. Cataract surgery fixes a defect or clouding of the lens on the front of your eye. Most true blindness like mine happens in the back of your eye in the macula or retina. The cells in the back of my eye are dead, and even Jimmy can't bring things back from the dead. So please don't get it wrong. Blindness is not cured. Keep the efforts going and donate whenever you can.
Although Pete wasn't essentially mad that MrBeast sponsored cataract surgery for visually impaired people, his issue is with the title and the thumbnail. You see, Jimmy's rise of YouTube can be traced back to his deep understanding of how the YouTube algorithm works. He understands how to use thumbnails to grab people's attention. Check out this one with 137 million views. And this one with 315 million views. Or this one with 172 million views. Even though the thumbnails and titles can sometimes be misleading, the video actually turns out to be high quality production and most of the time what the title says. But in the video where he claimed to cure 1,000 blind people, a lot of people felt like the title was stretching the truth a little bit. According to these critics, the videos should have been titled in a way that would show that you're not about to watch MrBeast performing a miracle, but it should simply state that MrBeast just gave 1,000 people free eye surgeries. Another time he got some backlash was when his friend Chris Tyson, who's also a very vital member of the channel, came out as trans. It became such a huge controversy online, and a lot of people called Jimmy out for keeping Chris on the channel, which Jimmy responded with. Then, of course, there's the controversy surrounding the mysterious disappearance of Jimmy's close friend and business partner, Tyler Conklin. Tyler is one of the oldest members of the MrBeast crew, appearing as far back as 2016. As a matter of fact, the only person who preceded Tyler on the MrBeast channel before Tyler is Chris Tyson, Jimmy's best friend. But then he got fired.
How much food have we given away? A lot. I'm going broke!
You could just charge people money.
Get out of here! He suggested we charge money for the food. What? Get out of here! Go! I don't ever want to hear you guys talk about charging again.
Although this was obviously a joke, Tyler mysteriously disappeared from all MrBeast videos after this one, and the internet ran with the story. People started spreading rumors that Jimmy had actually fired his friend for real. But according to MrBeast, Tyler is still with the crew, just that he works more behind the scenes now. At the end of the day, most negative comments featured 3 basic themes. 1. MrBeast is using people to gain views. 2. He's promoting capitalism and enabling bad governance by doing what the government is supposed to do. And 3. He's obsessed with saving people to polish his ego.
What is up, gamers? I just opened my very own charity and I just wanted to tell you guys about it. And 100% of the revenue from this channel will go towards funding it. The money generated from this channel will go towards doing. By the time you see this video, Beast Philanthropy will be doing 4 food drives a week. This warehouse and everything you see here will literally be supporting thousands of families.
There are a lot of issues that need to be addressed, ranging from the lawsuit over the Beast Burger to the Chris Tyson situation. MrBeast has a history of controversies, and given his impact on this digital generation, it is likely that he will face way more in the future.